audience.
The day is just breaking. Winter's cold grasp is weakening. But as the dawn light breaks across the sky, you'd better bundle up warm. Gather the plastic bags. Bundle into coats and gloves. Get the dogs in the car. Who's riding where? We all pile into the burgundy Chevy Suburban. Dad's driving, Mom's beside him, and us kids in the back are trying to keep the dogs from licking our faces. We're on a mushroom hunt. We reach the Umatilla National Forest and cross the cattle guard. Pick up your feet or your toes will get stuck. The ride takes forever. We tell very stupid jokes to pass the time, while the dogs squirm and beat us with their tails. Some wave gently, others slash like bullwhips. They breathe like overworked bellows, filling the car with the stench of dog breath. They leave muddy paw prints wherever they step. Finally, Dad pulls over at a good-looking spot. Sunny, but not overly baked, with trees around and logs galore. We divvy up the bags and head out, eyes glued to the ground, searching, stepping carefully. Wild birds flutter from tree to tree, laughing when I walk into a tree branch because I'm studying the ground. Early spring flowers nod invitingly, waiting for someone to pick them. I see one! No, it's a cone from a tamarack. There's one! No, it's a dirt clod. My brother's shout breaks the stillness. I found one! We all rush over, and there it is. Nestled beneath a green elephant's ear plant is the object of our search, a small fungus. The size of my thumb. The mushroom is pitted and marked with holes. The mushroom is golden to dark brown and smells like earth and moss. Suddenly, they're everywhere. Here, there, this way, that way. I see them sticking their funny-looking caps out of the ground all over. It's often that way. It's as if you need to be reminded of what they look like, and then they're blindingly obvious. Sometimes you pass the same bush 5 times, and on the 6th, you find one poking out of the path. You think, how could I have missed that? We traipse around over logs and through bushes. The limbs snatch at our clothes and slap our faces. We climb hills, legs aching, and listen to grouse beating their wings on their chests. They sound like the percussion section of a big brass band. It echoes off the hills, filling the draw. The clean mountain air has the scent of pine and fir trees, and the ground beneath is soft and springy from a recent rain. All along the way, we find mushrooms, some fresh this morning, others from weeks ago. These old ones, dried and crusty or disgustingly mushy, are no good, so we throw them at random objects. Trees, knotholes, each other. It's all fun, and we love it. Dad picks scads and scads, but when I go closer, I realize he's picking wild orchids. Dad is a prolific flower picker. To him, the smell of orchids is synonymous with mushroom hunting. When the bags are so full they threaten to explode, we decide we have had enough, at least for this trip. We call the dogs and count to make sure we have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, let's go back home. The return trip seems shorter. We sing campfire songs, and are home in no time. We butter the pan and slice the mushrooms into strips or rings, and soak them in a bowl of water. We take turns dipping the pieces down below the surface and watch them pop back up again. Soon the water is full of disgusting bits of dirt, worms, and ants. Then Dad drapes his arm across my shoulders and says, "Extra protein. Yum." I humor him and say, "Oh, Daddy, that's nasty." He laughs. He likes grossing me out, and I like hyping up and hamming. When the pan is hot and the mushrooms have divulged themselves of the extra protein, we scoop them into a kitchen towel, pat them dry, and sift them around in a fluffy mixture of flour, salt, and spices, onion powder, Italian seasoning, Tony's Creole spice, and others. We put them in the pan and they sizzle and pop while they fry. The smell permeates the house. Our mouths water delightfully, and the mushrooms can't cook fast enough. We stand in the kitchen waiting patiently, sometimes. Other times, we are absolutely impatient. The paper towel is laid on the plate in preparation, and we all have toothpicks at the ready. When they finally come off the pan, they are hot and browned and deliciously crispy. We crowd around, picking up the mushrooms with our toothpicks. After all, everything tastes better with a toothpick.
Audience and the camera.